We are starting on Unit 3 for working more efficiently on our Word documents. On this, we are going to learn about our objectives of making repetitive edits. And so a lot of this, of course, it repeats repetitively, but we're going to do automatic changes. And then we're going to use word styles to streamline the process of applying these particular repetitive changes. So it's like your Control F for your find, and then making those changes all at once instead of one by one by one. So that's really what we're going to look at today. On topic A for remaking repetitive edits, this is your find and replace. So this is on your home tab, okay? And then it is all the way over here where it is find and find or advanced find or go to. So we're going to go through these options, which is also going to be like your Control F to find something in a document. So here on your Word document, if I wanted to find the word Outlander, or if I wanted to find the word spices, and I didn't want to sit here and scroll through the whole entire document, right? Okay, then I would sit here and I would do Control F, okay, and it's going to bring up my navigation screen over here. Now I can look in headings only, I can look at pages, sits on the page, or I can look at my results. A lot of times you're going to want to look at your results, okay? The same information is going to be home, and then all the way over here to the right, which is going to be find. So you can do find, advanced, find, or go to. We're just going to do find right now, okay? And I want to look up everything that has spices. And so it looks like I have quite a bit, and it highlights all those pieces of information for me, okay? So if that is the case, then I can go to like here and I can find that word, here, that word, here, that word, and then here for that word. Okay, so all of this is I have 5 words that say spices in there. Okay, I'm actually going to close this particular Word document down and open up a different one that we're going to go through. Oh, that's Excel, not Word. Okay, so we're going to open up this cookbook document. Okay, this cookbook document, it's very short and sweet, to the point. Here's a Word document for you, and we don't have to have that pulled up. So it's this page for the introduction, this page for, I said it was short and sweet. It is actually 17 pages. So a long document, there's no way that you're going to want to go through and actually find each individual, and change each individual thing if it was spelled wrong. So let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, so let's just say that we have the word spices. We know that that is in our document, but let's say that we don't know how it's actually misspelled. We know that there's a couple of them that are misspelled, but we're not exactly sure how. So we have what's called the wildcard. This helps search for the text that begins or ends with certain characters. Okay, so like my last name is Smith. And so if I wanted to find the word Smith, but I wasn't sure if they spelled it like S-M-Y-T-H or S-M-I or however they spell Smith. So this is a good way to say S-M and then a % sign, because that means that whatever comes after the SM, then I'm going to find all those words. So I have to be very careful with that too, because I mean, it could be something like small, or it could be something like smell. It's not going to necessarily be always Smith. And so this actually helps you determine the different characters and stuff. So, or like my first name is K-Y-N-N-A for Kenna. A lot of times it definitely gets misspelled, and there's times that you can put a % sign in here and then it would work out a little bit better on that too for your wildcard search. Just depends on what you're looking for, or if you know for a fact that you misspelled it in some form or fashion. And then if I wanted to look for the rest of the word Alabama, I would put ALAB and then a hashtag, and then that would actually help me find that word too. So let's kind of practice that on our wildcard. On your wildcard, it is going to still be in your home tab and then in your find. Okay, so we are going to take a look at that. So here is our home tab, and we can go to find. Remember, if you hover over this, it'll tell you the shortcut as well, so Control F. Okay, and we will look in our results. So I could look up SPI and then %, and then if I hit enter, okay, with your wildcard, so if we have 7 pages of all of this information, then what you would do is you would actually come over here for your home tab and then your find, okay? And then we would replace, so find and replace. You have this to where it says more or less options. So if you click more and you click that you want to use the wildcard, okay? There are certain characters on the wildcard itself that if you're just looking for a single character, and so like with my name, if I'm not sure if they used an I, a Y, or an E, then I would put K, question mark, so that would be like my Y, and an A, okay? And then I would be able to use that particular question mark to find just that specific, how did they spell my name? And then that way I can replace it with, if they find my name, I want to replace it with the correct spelling, okay? If I wanted to find more information as far as like find what option, sorry, let me pause it. Okay, so on here, if I wanted to find the word, let's see, we've been talking about spices, so let me just make sure where we're at on this document. So it looks like spices could be here too. So let's say that I don't know what the rest of the word is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to put an SPI because I think maybe some are misspelled and some aren't. I'm going to make sure that I use the wildcard, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find next. Okay, so it's going to tell me here's SPI on this one, and then if I continue to find next, then I could find it. Okay, so it looks like so